Let's talk about the Pioneer DEH-S6220BS car stereo. Today you're getting an honest review, including every single problem so you don't waste your money. This is for anyone considering this popular $167 Amazon bestseller with a 4.5-star rating. But here's what surprised me after installing it and testing every feature. It has some critical flaws that make it a risky buy. Therefore, I'm going to show you exactly what Pioneer doesn't tell you. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's begin. The promise of this stereo is huge. Built-in Bluetooth, smartphone control, and enhanced sound. It's supposed to transform your boring car into a modern, connected audio haven. But I need to ask you a question. Have you ever bought something that looked perfect online only to find hidden frustrations? That's the risk with this Pioneer. The glossy marketing talks about seamless connectivity and a sleek look that elevates your dash. Therefore, I had high expectations. Imagine plugging it in and instantly having voice-controlled navigation and perfect sound. But the reality is often different. Stick around because I'm about to reveal the 3 major problems that could ruin your experience. We'll start with the number 1 issue, the Smart Sync app. Pioneer touts this as a major selling point, unlocking navigation and voice control from your phone. But here's the joke. Calling it Smart Sync is like calling a tricycle a Formula One car. It's clunky, slow, and feels like using software from a decade ago. Connecting your phone is not the seamless tap it should be. Therefore, what you expect to be a highlight becomes your first headache. You want to use Waze or Google Maps with a button push. Be prepared for lag and disconnections. This isn't just my opinion. Digging into online reviews beyond Amazon reveals a pattern of frustration. People complain about the app freezing or failing to launch maps altogether. So the core promise of smart functionality stumbles right out of the gate. But wait, it gets worse. Let's talk about the built-in Bluetooth, another headline feature. Hands-free calling and audio streaming are non-negotiables today. Pioneer says it's built-in, so you'd think it just works. However, the audio compression for calls is surprisingly poor. I tested it, and the person on the other end said I sounded like I was talking from inside a tin can. A tin can with questionable reception. Therefore, for a device centered on convenience, this is a significant letdown. Streaming music via Bluetooth is better, but there's a noticeable delay when pressing pause or skip. It's a small thing, but over time, that half-second lag becomes annoying. You expect immediacy, not hesitation. So problem number 2 is that the connectivity isn't as polished as the price suggests. But we're not done yet. The third major issue is about sound quality. Pioneer's advanced sound retriever technology promises to restore lost details. The 6-channel preamp output and dedicated subwoofer channel suggest a powerhouse. Therefore, you're anticipating rich, dynamic, customizable audio. Here's the twist. The out-of-the-box sound settings are strangely flat. To get good sound, you must dive deep into the equalizer menus. And let me tell you, that interface is not user-friendly. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. If you're not an audio enthusiast, you might never unlock its potential. The promise of deep, powerful bass is there, but only after a complicated setup. For the average user who just wants to plug and play, this is a problem. But here's a joke for you. Setting up the sound on this stereo is easier than understanding my uncle's conspiracy theories, but only slightly. Now, let's balance this out. It's not all bad. The physical build quality is solid. It feels premium, and the color customization for the display is a nice, fun touch. Playing CDs works flawlessly, which is great if you're holding onto a physical media collection like a digital dinosaur. Compatibility with SiriusXM is straightforward if you have the tuner. And the 4.5-star Amazon rating. Many people are happy with it for basic use. Therefore, if your expectations are low and you just need a CD player with *OK Bluetooth, it might suffice. But is that what you're paying $167 for? Probably not. You're paying for the smart features and enhanced sound, and that's where this unit falls short of its own marketing. Let's discuss installation. If you're a DIY person, it's standard, but the wiring harness and dash kit are sold separately. That's an important hidden cost. Therefore, your total investment climbs closer to $200 or more. For that money, the competition gets fiercer. I researched alternatives, and there are units at similar price points with more intuitive smartphone integration. But the biggest question remains: should you buy it? Here's my final take, the resolution to our three-act story. The Pioneer DEH-S6220BS is a product of compromise. It tries to be a smart, connected hub, but is held back by mediocre software. It promises premium sound but requires a PhD in audio engineering to achieve it. Therefore, I cannot give it a full recommendation. It's not a terrible product, but it's a disappointing one. You can make it work, but you'll be working around its flaws. If you value seamless, intuitive tech in your car, this might drive you crazy. Here's the last joke. Using the Smart Sync app made me so nostalgic for simpler times, I almost dug out my old paper map. So, who is this for? Only for the patient user who wants a CD player first and is willing to tolerate finicky smartphone features. For everyone else, especially those wanting true hands-free integration, look elsewhere. I've done the research so you don't have to. Therefore, to save you time, I've linked better alternatives in the description below. And if, after all this, you still want the Pioneer DEH-S6220BS, I've also linked the best current price on Amazon. That link is in the description. One final CTA. Don't make a costly mistake. Click that link to see today's price and check out the competitors. Thanks for watching this honest review. If you found it helpful, hit that like button. It helps the channel more than you know. And subscribe for more no BS product reviews. Remember, the goal is to save you money and frustration. Until next time.